Unto her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. Isis Astarte Diana Hecate Demeter Kali Inanna. Isis Astarte Diana Hecate Demeter Kali Inanna. We all come from the goddess, and to her we shall return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. Thank you, Kathy. That was beautiful. Hello, everyone. It's kind of a skeletal crew today, isn't it? I want to ask you all, move up. You're like, hello. Anyway, hello, my friends. Welcome to Gaia's Temple. I want to begin by acknowledging that we are on the unceded ancestral lands of the first peoples of Seattle, the Duwamish people, past and present. And so we take a moment to bring to mind and choose to honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish Nation in our thoughts and in our actions. Next, I want to thank everyone who attended our Samhain Spiral Dance last weekend. I admit that I was nervous because it was the first time we held it on November 1st. We usually hold it, on Samhain proper, the 31st or sometime before, but we could not get the rental space for some reason. And I just thought everybody would be, partied out, but we ended up having almost 50 people in that spiral dance, and it was a thing of beauty. Just a thing of beauty. I'm so glad I was wrong and that I worried for nothing. If you're going to worry for nothing, my friends. That's the way to go. We had a lovely gathering. The ritual was deep and it was rich and it was powerful. And the feast afterwards was fun and bonding. And I just want to thank everyone. And I want to ask you, if you have not joined us yet for any of our Sabbath celebrations, what are you waiting for? We do amazing magic together, and I mean magic. It's really deeply transformative. And I hope you join us next time. Sign up for Yule. It's coming before we know it. And because when we gather together, and whether that's for a Sabbath celebration or it's here at our worship services or any of the events that we offer, we gather to strengthen our faith, and we tend to our hearts and our souls, and we find peace in shared community. I'm Reverend Judith Laxer, and I am so honored that you have chosen to spend an hour or so of your time here with me in this loving community in Gaia's Temple. And that goes for all of you who are watching the live stream, either right now live in the moment or coming back to the archives later, and to any of you who are listening to the audio podcast as well. Welcome and thank you. So I'm going to invite Reverend Karina to come on up. She's got some announcements. We've got some great stuff coming up this month and next. And here she comes now. I think that's the one.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, this is a gentle reminder for those of you in the sanctuary space to please silence your cell phones to help keep the sanctity of the sacred space that we'll be building today. We also have an amazing class that's also appropriate for the season that's being held next Saturday, November 15th from 2 to 4. If you got a raffle ticket, that's what we're going to be raffling off, a spot to join us at that class. The class is called Giving Thanks, a Spiritual Practice of Love. As winter deepens and as the holidays draw near, and as these troubled times give rise to uncertainty, this is the perfect time to gather in safe space and engage in the practice of gratitude. This class will be held at Reverend Judith's Green Lake office. Details and to register, visit our website at www.guystemple.org and navigate to our events page. It is also time to order your holiday wreaths on our website for pickup on Sunday, November 23rd between 1 to 2 in the parking lot at Reverend Judith's office. These are lovely decorations that you can either use to decorate your front door or a neighbor or two or three. So please go on our website to order yours today. And if that time does not work for you to pick it up on the 23rd, please let us know and we'll do our best to make arrangements for an alternative. And if you have greens to donate, ooh, there we go, it's on now.
I had the wrong mic.
And if you have greens to donate, please let us know as soon as possible. Gaia's Temple is seeking a social media maven to help promote Gaia's Temple on Facebook and Instagram. This is a 15-minute a day or so commitment, working closely with Reverend Judith to begin. If this sounds like something that you'd enjoy and would be willing to do to support our temple, please let us know. Speaking of which, please like and follow us both on those social media platforms if you haven't already, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which helps us put us out there through the algorithms. Thank you in advance. Our next membership induction ceremony will take place at the January 11th service. Gaia's Temple membership is an opportunity for those in the congregation who would like to deepen, formalize, and be ceremoniously acknowledged for their commitment within the community. Becoming a member is an expression of one's commitment to walking the path of the divine feminine together, a path of honoring nature and further developing compassion and relatedness. If you want to become an official member of Gaia's Temple, email Reverend Judith to let her know so we can know how many to plan for at the January service. Also, we're continuing to encourage folks to join our services in person. This is a great way to meet face-to-face with like-minded folks. So if you enjoy what you see and hear every month and you live locally, feel free to invite a friend or two or three or more. And we'd love to see folks filling our sanctuary again. And last but not least, for those of you who have joined us in person, we have some yummy snacks and coffee after the service at our fellowship. So please feel free to stay for some connection time and conversation to share. Thanks so much for listening, and I'm handing it back to you, Reverend Judith.
Thank you so much, Karina. Excellent, beautiful job.
Oh, and don't forget about the marketplace in the back.
Yeah, we have a couple of tables full of stuff that didn't go on our silent auction at our anniversary celebration. So you might find a giftie or something for yourself or for your people. And Christine will be, as we said, personing the table after the service also, so you can catch all that good stuff on the way out. All right, so I am so excited for our singer today, Alexa Sunshine Rose. Usually what we do at this time is we start a simple song or chant to kind of get the energy moving in the room. And today we're going to have her lead us in a song called Come Receive. I'm pointing up because hopefully that's where she is. And hopefully she'll come on any minute now. Alexa, can you hear us? Yes. All right, take it away with Come Receive.
Hi, I'm Alexa Sunshine Rose. This is
Amy Ringle.
Amy Ringle. This is a song called Come Receive, and you'll catch on very quickly, I'm sure. It's to call in certain beings to receive the goodness that we are creating here in this gathering today. So first we'll call in the people, and the song goes like this. Calling the people of the world, calling the people of the world. So we'll do that twice. Calling the people of the world, calling the people of the world. Second part. Come receive this light and love. Come receive this light and love. And then again. Come receive this light and love. Come receive this light and love. So each of the lines will repeat twice. You can sing along with me. You can sing just the second time through. I welcome you to sing along. The next one is for the children. Calling the children of the world, calling the children of the world, calling the children of the world, calling the children of the world. Come, receive this light and love. 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 Next is elders. Calling the elders of the world. 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 Come, receive this light and love. 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 And lastly, the healing, the ones who are healing. Calling the healing of the world. 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 Come, receive this light and love. Come, receive this light and love. Come, receive this light and love. Come, receive this light and love.
Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So I'll ask you now, as we continue to create our sacred space, if you would close your eyes, go within. Let's take a nice deep breath together. And let it all go. And as you continue to breathe nice and evenly and deeply at your own pace, take a moment now and call all the pieces and parts of you to come home. So any part of you that you have projected into the future, or that is stuck somewhere in your past, or is distracted by anything, gently ask all of you to come home so you can be here now. And breathe deeply into that presence. And on your next exhale, begin to ground yourself to the earth by imagining a line of energy that extends from the base of your spine, reaching downward toward the earth, through the chair that you are seated in, through the foundation of the building that you are in, or if you're outside, down through the earth. And feel as that energetic line does indeed enter the earth. And feel as she opens to receive your taproot, and keep dropping it down as deep as it needs to go, so that you feel deeply connected and held by our Great Mother. So stabilizing and strengthening. And then wherever your taproot has reached its lower level, send out smaller little branches reaching out and taking hold. Could imagine now that all of those rootlets and the main taproot become porous and start to drink the energy of Mother Earth in and up. And know that what you are drinking in from her is her strength and her sustenance and her nourishment, her beauty, and most importantly, her unconditional love. It is the unconditional love of the Mother that you are drinking up and in. And keep drawing it up until it transfers over into your spine. Keep drawing her up, up, up until she reaches your heart. And when she arrives there, let her rest. Hold the energy of Mother Earth in your heart And breathe deeply once more to make some more room for her. And letting that energy rest there in your heart, look to the heavens now and find the moon. She was beautifully full earlier this week. Now she is waning. She's in the sign of Cancer today. And draw that motherly crone energy, silvery and light, down from the heavens, and feel as she enters in through your head and draw her all the way down to your heart. Feel as that luminous light enters your heart. And when she arrives, once more breathe deeply to make more room. And now the earth and the moon reside there in your heart. Look to the heavens once more and find that Scorpio sun. And he is blazing gorgeously today on this sunny day after all that rain, that bright sunshine, so radiant and warming. And draw that golden radiance of the sun down. Draw his energy down through your head and into your heart. And once more, breathe deeply when he arrives. Now these three cosmic energies, earth, sun, and moon, reside there in your heart. And in a moment, I'm going to ask us all to take another deep breath together. And then when we exhale, let's use the exhalation to push these three energies straight forward, outside of our body. We'll imagine it swirling all around us, creating our safe and sacred space. So here we go. Deep breath. And out it goes. In this way, we say we have stepped between the worlds. And what is between the worlds is not affected by the worlds, but can heal and transform. And so we say, our circle is cast in perfect love and perfect trust. Blessed be. All right. We have a different song that Alexa is going to sing for us, or lead us in singing, to invoke the elements today, called She Gives Me Life. And so go ahead and take it away.
Again, this is an easy one to catch along, sing along with, catch on and sing along to. We'll start with earth. Earth flows through me. I am the earth, I am. Sing if you'd like. Earth flows through me. I am the earth, I am. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. So the only complicated part in there is live. You want to sing that with me? Live. So let's sing that second part again, and then we'll keep going. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. Next, we invoke the air. Air flows through me. I am the air, I am. Air flows through me. I am the air, I am. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. She gives me life. She gives me life. She gives me life to live. Next, we invoke the fire. Fire flows through me. I am the fire, I am. Fire flows through me. I am the fire, I am. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. She gives me life, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. And the sacred waters. Water flows through me. I am the water, I am. Water flows through me. I am the water, I am. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. She gives me life, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. And love, the ethereal. Love flows through me. I am the love, I am. Love flows through me. I am the love, I am. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. She gives me life, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. And that last refrain, one more time. She gives me life, yes, she gives me life. She gives me life to live. She gives me life, she gives me life. She gives me life to live.
And Amy, thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. And now we have our invocation, and we'll put the words up there, and we'll all read them together in unison. Here we go. Great Mother, giver of all life, be with us. Abundant Goddess who feeds our bodies and our souls, be with us. Goddess of the joyful harvest, be with us. You offer so much to be thankful for. Be with us. Today we seek to invite joy into our lives. Be with us. To cultivate delight every day. Be with us. To meet our challenges fortified by the light of pleasure. Be with us. We gather on this fine day to be in your presence. Be with us. Blessed be. Blessed be indeed. All right, so this is where we do a little meet and greet and say hello to each other. There's some new people here today. If you're here for the first time, there's not that many in the room, but there's at least 4 new people here for the first time. Yahoo! Let's get on up and say hello, make them feel welcome, shake hands, introduce. How do you do? Nice to meet you. All right. Very good. Good job. Hey, so are there any people born in the month of November here in the room? There's a November birthday? There's no November birthdays. Should we do it anyway? Sure. I think we're going to do it anyway. We can just sing it. We don't have to do the tunnel. We can just sing it. All right, here we go. This is our birthday song that we usually sing for each person each month. When you're magic, anything is happening. When you're magic, you're a shining star. Listen to the moonlight, call your name. You know who you are. Believe in magic, let it carry you to wonders near and far. Love is magic, love is true. Love is true, you are. When you're magic, anything can happen. When you're magic, you're a shining star. Listen to the moonlight, call your name. You know who you are. Happy birthday, all you Scorpios and Sagittarius, wherever you may be. All right, we're ready to begin that podcast. So, my friends, as Mother Nature continues to do her thing, the time of Thanksgiving is upon us as the harvest concludes, a time when we lift our hearts in gratitude for all of our blessings. This is always a good practice, and it's a common one in season because of this harvest. You know, the concept and the actuality of harvest, of cultivation and gathering, of preserving and storing for the fallow ahead, these are the practices that we engage in as autumn turns to early winter. And we are a earth-based spirituality temple, so we're always looking to what's going on in season. And for those of us who emulate nature in our spiritual practice, slowing down when we can, resting more in the shorter days, allowing the early darkness to lull us into bed a bit earlier, giving thanks for our creature comforts, sharing our bounty, and offering help and assistance to those less fortunate. These are the ways in which we can best care for our own souls as we move forward in time. Now, I know that many of us do not enjoy the dark half of the wheel of the year. The lack of sunlight, especially here in the rainy Northwest, is tough to take. Therefore, the expectation that the coming holiday season should be joyful seems like a very tall order. And that add on to that all the pile of trouble we find ourselves in socially and politically and in a community, joy can sometimes feel simply impossible. Many of us are more joyful and hopeful after this past Tuesday, which was a great relief. Yet we mustn't sit back and think that we are out of trouble. There's still a lot of work to do. But doing the work needed joyfully instead of dreadfully is so much more palatable, you know? Yes, indeed it is. So I called this service an invitation to joy for two reasons. First, because of the word invitation. When we extend an invitation, it's with the hope that it will be answered affirmatively. We don't invite someone to our home, for example, unless we want them to accept, unless we want them to be there. Okay, sometimes we have to invite folks to our home, like holiday obligations or, you know. But mostly, we only offer an invitation because we desire the RSV to be, thank you so much, I'd love to, what can I bring, right? So an invitation is offered without expectation of the response to be a certain way, but with desire for it to be a certain way. So that's the first reason why I use the word invitation to joy. And the second reason that I called this service invitation to joy is because I kind of hit bottom recently. Like, I hit bottom. And when I rose up from that valley, I knew for certain just how important cultivating joy truly is. Now, I try to take very good care of my mind, my psyche, my nervous system. I like to stay informed, but I know that if I take in too much information, especially when I find that information to be difficult and negative, if I listen to too many people expounding how awful everything is, if I'm learning additional difficult developments, it's just not good. So I monitor how much and what kind of info I take in so I don't go down. But sometimes something will take you by surprise when you are not prepared. You didn't expect it, you're not protected, and it lands like a bullet, and down you go. And that was me a few weeks ago. I saw some headlines that were the straw that broke this camel's back, and I crashed, like down to the bottom, and in a matter of seconds. And in that matter of seconds, every joy I knew, every joy I practiced, every joy I had ever experienced disappeared like morning fog when the sun comes up. Poof, gone. I felt like all the effort I had made trying to remain positive, to be hopeful, to be strong, had all been for nothing. Like I had finally landed in the truth, which was dismal and dreadful and despairing. It wasn't fun. It was not good. And No matter how much I tried, I couldn't help myself. I couldn't reach out for help. I couldn't write, which often helps me. I couldn't even manage to get myself into the garden, which always helps me. I just couldn't take it. So what did I do? I played solitaire on my laptop, like for hours, all day long. My body ached from sitting, my eyes ached from the screen time, my heart ached from all of it. And all the while I was worrying about the future, about the denial of climate change, about the Alaska wilderness, about Social Security, about healthcare, about the war brewing over oil in Venezuela, about everything and all of it. And, as if that weren't hard enough, the old inner critic I thought I had long since vanquished materialized in full force, as if she'd had a good long nap and was raring to go. She kept a running commentary in my head while I sorted card numbers and card suits, game after game after game. She told me that with everything going to hell in a handbasket, nothing matters anymore, so don't bother with anything. That book you're writing? No one's going to want to publish it, don't bother. Preparing for anything in the future is foolish because all the goodness is being sucked out of it, the American dream is dead, and it's just a matter of time before all my rights and privileges are taken from me, so don't bother. As one who checks off entirely too many minorities, danger lurks. And as I played game after game in a sad attempt to be in control of something, anything, to try to get that sense of satisfaction that winning brings, it never arrived. It was a wasted day. Although, I look back at it now, and I question if that is true. You know, I think it was necessary for me to go there in order to learn what is needed for me to not go there. And what is needed, my friends, is joy. Now, feeling joyful in the face of serious challenges is not easy. And I don't even think it's something we should expect or even try to go for. Rather, what I mean is that making sure we have joyful moments, do things that bring us joy and make sure they're on the calendar and we do them, offer ways to share our joy with others, these will hold us from going down into despair, or at least from going so deeply down into despair that we feel we can't get out of it. It's a good tool, joy. It's the perfect strategy to get and utilize when the wolves at the door seem to have somehow gotten in and you are feeling the sharpness of their teeth. The next day, after sleeping fitfully and waking with a massive headache, I was blessed to speak with 3 dear friends who held space for me as I sobbed. They listened as I shared my darkest fears. They soothed me with their love. They reminded me who I was, a woman of faith. Oh, right, I'm a woman of faith. I'd forgotten. They prompted me to be gentle with myself, to move my body, to drink water, to go for a walk, to eat well. They assured me I was not alone. They told me I was needed as a force to counter all this darkness in the world, that it would be a pity for me to voluntarily dim my light and my strength. They told me that my feelings were appropriate to the situation, and while it is authentic to feel them, we ought not let our emotions steal our power, because discouragement and doubt together become hopelessness. And that's not the emotion we want to indulge in for long, like if at all. Now, I wish I could say that by the end of that day I was skipping and laughing, but I'd be lying if I did. However, I will say that I am so grateful for my friends who know and love me so well and who collectively acted like a crane to lift me from rock bottom, for how they reminded me that emotions are like the weather. They come and they go. Nothing remains the same. Even what I perceive as the madness of this world, nature teaches us that change is the way of it, and this too shall pass. It'll pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass. Now, I believe that our goddess is one of joy, of abundance, and of nurturance. I know that's not all she is. She's whole. And she also brings joy and abundance and nurturance. She brings us the beauty of nature. The fruit of her precious body sustains us. Her sensuality delights us. And under patriarchy, cultivating joy is not encouraged. And therefore, doing so, cultivating joy anyway, is not just a radical act, an act of resistance against the principles of suppression, fear, guilt, hierarchy, and exploitation. It's an act of regeneration, an act of supporting the regenerative wellspring of the feminine that is so desperately, desperately needed. We often think of joy as something that is so extraordinarily wonderful that it takes us completely over, like when we're laughing hysterically, right? Or we're madly in love or in the throes of ecstasy. But joy is a multifaceted emotion. It doesn't need to be all-encompassing to be present and to be helpful. Little joys along the way, the ones that we can cultivate and count on. The sight of that first pumpkin on the vine, the scarlet maple in autumn, finding the perfect treat for yourself or for someone that you love, a hot cup of tea and a good book, sharing a meal with a beloved, a weekly phone call with a dear somebody from far away, watching a favorite movie. These are simple joys that are accessible, and they ought to be cultivated. They ought to be invited in. I don't know why it is that during times of hardship, we let everything get stark, and we think that anything that we do to sort of help ourselves or feel better is wrong somehow. It's because we're weak or we're this or we're that. We just do some number on ourselves instead of saying, oh, I'm kind of in a bad way. What can I do to make it better? Joy, right. What can I possibly find to give myself a little joy right here, right now? So if you would, please close your eyes and go within. I'm going to lead us on a little guided meditation. And so breathe deeply once more and connect to the grounding cord that we sent down at the beginning of the service. Find your roots deep in the earth. And then bring your attention to your third eye in the center of your forehead. And imagine it like an actual eye, just like the other two. Go ahead and open it up and look out into it, or out through it into your imagination, and find yourself sitting in your favorite chair, in your favorite calm and cozy place. And you are indeed comfortable, surrounded by all that you like best. And even better, there is nothing to do and nowhere to go. It's early winter, the year is waning. It's a good time to reflect. And today it's time to reflect on what joys you can invite into your life to keep your heart lifted when you encounter life's challenges, whatever they may be. So now I'd like you to consider your 5 main senses: touch, smell, sight, taste, and hearing. And let's determine a delight for each of these senses that you can invite into your life in an ongoing way, a delight that you can develop and have at the ready when you really need it to lift your spirits. So for touch, might you be able to ask someone for a hug or get a massage or even wrap yourself in a cozy fleece blanket when you need physical comfort? Consider what brings you joy to touch or to be touched by, and make a plan for how you can provide this for yourself. What will you do to have this delight at the ready when you need it? Take a moment and think about that now. Good, and now for smell. Might you have a special scent that you like, a perfume or a cologne, a type of incense or essential oil, or the smell of something specific cooking? What is that scent? And how can you utilize it when you need it to lift you out of your doldrums? How can you use it to bring some joy? What would you need to have it ready? Think about that now, about how you can delight your sense of smell. And now for sight. Are you a visual person? Is there some particular type of art that brings you joy to see? Might you have a favorite art museum or even a video online of something that soothes you to watch? Is there a favorite color you want to have around? What is it that brings joy to witness? And how can you make this accessible so you can invite it in when you need it? What will you do to treat your eyes? And now for taste. What is your favorite flavor? Is it sweet, salty, pungent, spicy? Is it more that you like crunchy treats or creamy ones? Is it the temperature, like a bowl of hot soup or a bowl of cold sorbet? What delights your palate that you can make sure to have on hand for when you need to delight your taste buds? What can you do for your palate? And now for hearing. Is there a sound that brings joy? A bell or a chime, a singing bowl? Is there a special song or genre of music? Or is it birdsong in the morning? What do you like to hear? And how can you make sure to have it at the ready when you need to soothe your soul by listening? Good, so now let's just review these quickly. The things that bring you joy in the touch, the smell, the sight, the taste, and when you hear it. Take a moment to remember these and also what you will do to make sure they are primed and ready for you. And finally, I'm going to ask you to commit to doing one of these things today, this very day. Before you go to sleep tonight, which sense will you treat? Determine that now. See yourself doing it. Feel the joy, however small, it brings. And then breathe deeply, nice deep breath, and gently bring yourself back here to our sanctuary. Good job. So a few weeks before this crash that happened a few weeks ago, I was blessed to meet one of my idols, Valerie Kaur. She came to Tacoma, and I went down with some friends to see her, and I was determined to meet her in person, and I was going to stand on that book line for however long it took me so I could look her in the eye and thank her for how she inspired and changed my life. And I did. And she was wonderful. You know how sometimes you'll meet your idol and they're not so nice? That's happened a couple of times too. I'm like, oh man, I used to hold you up here, now you just treated me like a jerk, and there you go in my esteem. But she was just as wonderful as I'd hoped she was. And it's so authentic and beautiful. When I told her that I had taught the compass principles of revolutionary love, which is her work in the world, in Gaia's temple, she called me sister. Valerie Kaur called me sister. It's a highlight of my life. And when I got home and when I read what she wrote in my book, it was one of those principles, which is breathe and push. She uses the metaphor of labor, and that we are in life's long labor of revolutionary love. And there are times when we need to breathe, and then there are times when we need to push. We can't sit back and breathe the whole time. We can't be pushing constantly. It's breathe first, and then push, and then breathe again, and then push. So I look back now and I recognize that my day and a half in the Valley of Despair was a kind of a breathe. It was kind of a rest. I'd like to orchestrate how I rest in a much more pleasant way in the future, of course. But clearly, I needed a break from the effort of being positive and brave and strong and like all those things. And I guess this is the way that I had to do it. It was my breathe part of the directive, to breathe and push. And now I'm ready to push again. You know, in the end, I was grateful that I was able to recover as quickly as I did from this bout of despair, that I didn't feel the need to justify the intensity of my pain by nurturing that pain, because I used to do that. Oh, this feels so intense, I can't just move on from it. I'll be dismissing something that was so deep and important. And no, I don't want to give too much to the pain. Like Carly Simon said, I haven't got time for the pain, you know. I didn't feel the need to justify the intensity of it by nurturing it, and also by continuing to feel sorry for myself. Now, I want to say something about feeling sorry for ourselves. I think from time to time that we're going to feel sorry for ourselves when we have been injured. And all injuries are not physical. There are psychological injuries and spiritual injuries and emotional injuries. And as we ourselves are one of the people we care about on planet Earth, as we should, we need healthy self-love. Sympathy for our pain and kissing the boo-boo is a necessary part of healing that injury. Feeling sorry for ourselves is an act of compassion. We must remember that it's not so much about whether, anyway, wait, I just moved on, but I want to go back. It's an act of compassion, self-compassion, just as important as having compassion for other people. We must also remember that it's not so much about whether we lose it from time to time, because we're going to lose it from time to time, but it's more about how long we take to recover when we do lose it from time to time. coming back in less time than the last time it took to come back is a triumph. And we could use all the triumphs we can get these days, can't we? What I love most about joy is that whether big or small, it usually cannot be contained. Like when you really stir it up, when you really get that joy factor going, it becomes kind of exponential. It just keeps going. It elicits in us a desire to share it, because our loving spirits know that this is the kind of thing that we want to spread. Joy. Joy to everyone. And Alexa's going to sing to us about that right now.
Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all beneath the moon and sun. Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all, and peace to everyone. To you who hears our songs, who makes the mountains strong, the hope of all the earth and seas, even silence sings. Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all beneath the moon and sun. Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all, and peace to everyone. At all the ends of the world, creation sings in awe at the wonder of the evening and the wonder of the dawn. We call forth joyful song. Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all beneath the moon and sun. Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all, and peace to everyone. You remember the earth with sweet water, sending rivers to satisfy her ground. Make her soft with showers and bless all that grows. The hills rejoice all around. Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all beneath the moon and sun. Joy to life, joy to seasons, joy to every living being, joy to all, and peace to everyone. Joy to all, and peace to everyone.
So much, Alexa and Amy. That was so beautiful. Oh, so my friends, gratitude is timely as winter sets in, for the harvest that will sustain us, for the abundance we can share with those less fortunate, for whatever comforts we have or we can find, for the friendships that sustain us. On the last Thursday of this month, I hope you will gather with loved ones around a table laden with plenty. And when you do, may your heart become as full as your belly with joy. May the little joys and the big joys be present for you and yours, and may you know the soul satisfaction that generosity brings. Blessed be. So this is where we open up the floor for our community prayers. If you have a prayer that you'd like to offer, they're running for the microphone now. Well, pass the mic and you can offer up your prayer. When you're finished, say, blessed be. We'll know you're done. We'll move on to the next person. And does anybody want to begin with a prayer?
On? Okay. I have two prayers. The first is for my grandma, who just had a heart valve replacement, and then as soon as she got home, she had a stroke. So she's recovering. She's home and recovering again, and doing well. So prayers for her healing and prayers for her stubbornness that she lets people help her. And then just also continued prayers for myself and some procedures that I have coming up.
Yeah, my mother had surgery for her sciatica, so they drilled out between L4 and L5 in her spine. So we're hoping that once she recovers, is going to really incredibly lower the amount of pain that she's been in, because it's gotten to the point where like she couldn't really walk reliably, which has taken a lot of joy out of her life. So swift recovery and no lasting pain.
Blessed be.
I have two prayers. The first one is for myself, since I'll be traveling tomorrow to Toronto. So just prayers for safe travels for me and smooth sailing across the border and back. The second prayer is for all of those folks who are out there that are having food insecurity. I'm giving lots of prayers that you reach out for resources in your communities, and that there are people that you can lean on to help you through these times of scarcity and also times of uncertainty, and just sending lots of love to everybody around the world, making sure that everybody has the food that they need to eat and survive. Blessed be.
A friend of mine is having a bit of a rough time, sort of a midlife crisis, along with her partner, who just recently lost a job, and they're finding their way through this current uncertainty stuff, and just more thoughts for those who didn't think they'd be in the food insecurity business, but apparently they're moving towards it, and life is tough.
May all our prayers, spoken and unspoken, be heard and answered. Blessed be. All right, in a moment, I'm going to pass the love offering baskets for your donations to help support Gaia's Temple. This would be the time for those of you watching at home to go to our website and click on the donation button there. But I do want you to know that Gaia's Temple is a nonprofit organization, tithes to other nonprofit organizations from the monies that come in at this service. So 10% of what you put in here will go to another nonprofit organization that is in alignment with our mission, vision, and values. And today we are tithing to the World Central Kitchen, which is first to the front lines, providing meals in response to humanitarian, climate, and community crises. And we're going to earmark this specifically to those who were the victims of the hurricane in the Caribbean, Jamaica, and some of the other islands there. They're having a terrible, terrible time. So know that 10% of what you put in this basket is going to go toward World Central Kitchen. Thank you in advance for your generosity. I'm going to pass us back down here, and if you could just pass them around, that would be great. And we sing, of course we do. Here we go. Thank you, Mother Earth, for your gifts of love today. Thank you, Mother Earth. We are following your way. Thank you, Mother Earth, for your gifts of love today. Thank you, Mother Earth. We are following your way. Thank you, Mother Earth, for your gifts of love today. Thank you, Mother Earth. We are following your way. Thank you so much, everyone. So it's time for the raffle. Raffle, get out your raffle tickets. So this Saturday we have a workshop at my office by Green Lake from 2 to 4 called Gratitude, a way of gratitude, a spiritual practice of love. It's a beautiful, simple little ceremony for us to count our blessings. And I'm going to pull a ticket, and one of you will have free admission, and that person is number 850212. Yay, Amanda, fantastic. So you contact me through the website, we'll make sure you're on that list. All right, thank you so much. Since we're saying thank you, we'll thank all the people who support putting this service together, beginning with Kathy Sestrap on piano. Alexa, maybe you can come on one more time so we can thank you and Amy so much for the beautiful music here today. Alexa, thank you so much. There they are. Woo! Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Also to the tech crew back there, Sarah and Tema and Noemi, thank you so much. And my beautiful board of directors, Karina and Christine and Tema and Noemi and Jennifer Sundstrom, hopefully will be joining us in January on our board. Thank you to all of you so much. So I always end with a closing thought before we release the elements and take our circle down. And instead of a poem, today we have one more beautiful song by Alexa. So go ahead and take it away.
It's called Pool of Love. It's easy to learn, and I'll do some hand motions that will help you remember the words. May the pool of love we have gathered here spread its wings and fly far and near, from the depths of our hearts to the farthest star. May our love bless everyone. I'm going to take it up just a little bit. May the pool of love we have gathered here spread its wings and fly far and near, from the depths of our hearts to the farthest star. May our love bless everyone. May our love bless everyone. May the pool of love we have gathered here spread its wings and fly far and near, from the depths of our hearts to the farthest star. May our love bless everyone. May our love bless everyone. 2 more times. May the pool of love we have gathered here spread its wings and fly far and near, from the depths of our hearts to the farthest star. May our love bless everyone. May our love bless everyone. Really feel what we're singing. We're bringing this love and this energy together and sending it out to all who need it. May the pool of love we have gathered here spread its wings and fly far and near, from the depths of our hearts to the farthest star. May our love bless everyone. May our love bless everyone.
Woo! All right, let's release the elements and take our circle down. Here we go. Come on up and blow these candles out for me, will ya? Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, love. Spin me around. Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, Mother, for your love. 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 Woo! Thank you all so much. Let's make a circle, shall we? It's going to be kind of like an oblong. It's going to be an oblong circle. We'll sing our final song that goes like this. The circle is open and unbroken. May the love of the goddess go in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Thank you, thank you. Hope you stay for some fellowship.